Set. Hello, everyone. We are going to keep doing whiskey on a regular basis because I still have a ton of whiskey in the queue back there to get through. But I feel like we need to take a little bit of a break from malt and barley stuff in general. We're just gonna do some other things. Today we're gonna do some world whiskeys, but not world malts. We're gonna do other world whiskeys. So what have I got? By the way, I should warn you, I may have to stop because I know UPS is on the way. So I may have to stop in the middle of this to go grab a package. What do we got? We have got Coastal Stone from Manly Spirits and it's not what you think, Manly Spirits in Australia. So it's that manly, not, like toxic masculinity manly. We have got Adnams from England. This is a, they're calling it a Rye Malt. It's not what you think. It's rye, but also malted barley. We have got a Millstone. This is all rye from the Netherlands, Zuidam Distillery. And I have got a Naguelann Ed Unan. I'm gonna mess like this. It's Gaelic. I shouldn't even. Naguelann Ed Unan. Sorry, it's a buckwheat whiskey. Is what this is. The Authentic Spirits folks sent me this. I have never ever tried a buckwheat whiskey, but I'm very excited because I like Breton whiskey in general. A little bit more in there. And let us taste these through and give them some scores. What do you think? Okay, so we're going to start out with this Coastal Stone, again from Manly Spirits, and basically it's a blended whiskey, but it's a all in-house blended whiskey. This is so it's pot-distilled, double pot-distilled malt, barley malt, and column-distilled grain whiskey. I think it's a mixture of maturations. Did I write notes? Yes, I did. Ex-bourbon American oak and ex-Australian. Shiraz barrels. It has a different name elsewhere in the world. It's the X-something. X-Stream, X-Terra. No, that's Nissan. I think it's Xplore, maybe? I will put it down below. It doesn't really matter. I got this thing from... it was one of my random bottles from Shared Pour when they were doing their, random bottle sale things, and all this looks very fun. I'd be very excited, except it says 40% alcohol by volume, which just is not where it should be. But maybe it's good. Let's see what we got on the nose. I mean, yeah, hold on. It smells like a blended whiskey. Honestly, hard to nail down where. I was going to say it smells like Ireland, but it's too clean for Ireland. Hold on. It's like how do I put this? It's like a crossbreed between a blended Irish whiskey, a good one, like a Powers or something, and a really good Canadian whiskey. Like that's kind of the vibe on this. I am getting like some nice lemon strawberry candy, maybe some raspberry in there, but it's all on top of a foundation of breakfast cereals. There's some Captain Crunch, a little bit of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's lots of crunches. Quite floral. There's a no, that's not flowers. It's like a floral honey. It's like a blossom honey, clover honey, spring honey. More breakfast cereals. Some Lucky Charms. Lightly herbaceous too. What is that? I mean, it's 40%, a lot of the notes on this are kind of vague. Vague herbaceousness. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, very pleasant. Very nice, but imagine how much nicer it would be if it was 43% or 45% or a little bit higher. Someone tilted my mic. Sorry if the audio's been crap until now. All right, I'm not going to get much else out from that. It's cereal and some nice candy fruit stuff. And some honey on the palate. It's nice blended whiskey. I can't knock it. It's fine. It's delicious. I mean, if I'm out at your house and you throw me a glass of this, I'm going to be happy. Like, this doesn't suck. But from an up and coming craft distillery, man, it's just a blended whiskey. That's all it is. Very much follows the nose. Some lemon candy, raspberry candy, strawberry candy, mix of cereals, mainly Cap'n Crunch. But you're also getting some Fruit Loops in there. Not really any Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's a little bit of Honey Nut Cheerios. That herbaceousness is back. It's kind of like a barley dill thing. Interesting. It tastes more. It comes across more Irish on the palate than it did on the nose. Not to say it didn't feel Irish on the nose, but now it really feels Irish. There's a little bit of ethanol in this coming through. It's not ruining it. What's cramping this is just the strength. I mean, it just would. The Rival is fine. Then it starts to fall apart very, very quickly. Very little mouth length on this. Nothing at all happening here in my tonsils, or further. Nothing whatsoever in my lungs. Finish is pretty short. Doesn't stick around. That's about it. It's cereals and some fruit candy, and that's fine. If this just said Irish blended whiskey on it and was $23, I would say it's fine. It's great. Go out and buy it if you need a nice blend of, a blend to have around the house. But with this pedigree, like with this combination of elements, this is an Australian whiskey from a craft distillery. It should have more personality than this. I don't know. We'll give it like a couple drops of water and come back to it. I don't anticipate a huge change with water, but you never know. Moving on. All right. This is the Adnams. What is this? Well, it's from the Southwolds, and it is 75% rye and 25% malted barley. So it's not. I know it says Rye Malt, but it isn't malted rye. It's rye and barley malt. Clear? Let's see. Matured for 5+ years in medium toast French oak, 47% alcohol by volume. Ooh. What? Grape soda. This smells like grape soda. Hold on. Absolutely. Like this is what is the grape soda? Damn it. It's the one it's the grape soda you had all the time at the cheap one that you always got in elementary school. What was it? That's totally what I'm getting. But it's grainy as well. Yeah, so what are we getting on this? Okay, so take a bowl of oatmeal, dump it out, and then take a loaf of hearty rye bread. Maybe it's starting to go stale a little bit. It's getting a little chunky. Cut all that up. Take the things, mix it around with your oatmeal, and then pour grape soda all over that. That is what this smells like. It's a lot of fun. What is no? There's a few wildflowers floating around this too. Some white pepper. Little touches of like black tea leaves in the background. The grape soda thing, man, is just crazy. All right, on the palate. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Whoa. Here's a curveball for you. This tastes like Journeyman. The distillery in, what is it, like right across the border in Michigan, that distillery, which makes the Corsets whatever whiskey that our friend the Ascot man likes so much. This tastes like that. So you got like a really, it's very like craft American, like maybe not my favorite kind of craft American. There's a distinctive like fermenting bread thing going on. Yeah. I taste it. I feel like I'm. You took some fermenting bread dough from 4:30 a.m. in a bakery. You just stole some dough that was fermenting. You filled it up with flowers, especially like lavender. Just rolled lavender all over the dough, and some black pepper, and a little bit of grape soda thrown in there too. And then you shoved it all in your mouth. That's kind of what this tastes like. Very hard to evaluate. No, that's not true, because it's how do I put this? The flavor combination is really weird. I don't know if I completely grok what this is doing yet, but in terms of mouth presence and development, it's okay. It's better than the Coastal Stone here. But it's a little basic. The finish doesn't stick around too long. The length is not that long. I mean, for 5 years old, I expect this to be, for a majority rye, I expect this to be doing a little bit more on the palate. I do like the lavender. I like the flowers. Nice little arrival. It's got some intensity. It's got some complexity, but a lot of just as in terms of mouth presence, I wish there was more going on with this. I don't know. I don't know. I want to see what this does with water, though. We'll give this a squirt and try it again. And now we're moving on to the big boys. Millstone Founder's Reserve. This is a 10-year-old cask strength Dutch single rye whiskey, and it is, I believe, 100% malted rye, aged in American oak. Yep, from basically starting in July 2014. 2013. I'm sorry, I miswrote that. I was like, that's not the right year. 2013. And so bottled like maybe 2 years ago. 52.62% alcohol by volume. Zuidam Distillery. I'm very excited to taste this. Dusty. I mean, it's malted rye. So there's like a little bit of a family resemblance to something like the Old Potrero. But it's less fruity than that. I'm not getting the kind of cherry pie kind of component I would sometimes get in those. This is much more grainy, much more dusty. Grainy? What kinds of graininess are we talking about? Baltic style, Lithuanian style sourdough rye bread. So heavy ass, rye bread, which is quite fruity actually, but it's also very, very grainy at the same time. Black bread. There's a little bit of a grape component on this too. It's not grape soda. We're not there again. It's more like, what is that? A little bit of grapefruit roll-up, but also some prune, some fig components. Prune, but also plum, actually. Very interesting. So you have intense graininess, but it's also very fruity. Teas, like a Russian caravan tea kind of thing. Tobacco, like a Virginia Burley Flake kind of thing. Quite beautiful. Quite just charming, pretty. Smells dark. I mean, honestly, this smells more like French oak influence than the Adnams did, and that was actually in French oak. Is there a little bit of vanilla? I mean, just a little touch in there. There's other fruit in here too, like Cornelian cherry, which isn't really cherry. Thank you, Armenia. A little bit more fig. I mean, okay. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Sorry, back to the nose for a second, because the palate reminded me. There is a little bit of floral perfumey character to this. It's not huge, but it's there on the nose. And there is a little bit of a like juniper. Very subtle juniper on this. Just a little bit. Like juniper berry. And on the palate, that comes back. Yeah, if you are an American rye lover, you will immediately latch onto this. Intensely grainy, again. I feel like I've just shoved half a loaf of Lithuanian sourdough rye bread into my mouth, and I'm enjoying it. Grainy, but fruity at the same time. Fig, prune, grapefruit roll-up, plum. Cornelian cherry, different kinds of teas, predominantly black tea, like a Darjeeling, but a little bit of like a green tea thing as well. What is the green tea with a little bit of like burned rice kernels in there? Is it Genmaicha? It's that one. Like nutty tea. I mean, it's complex, it's dense, it's dark, but it's also very drinkable. Like at 52 odd % alcohol by volume, this is, you could just set this in a glass and sip it and forget about it. This is beautiful, elegant stuff. But then running through that texture, just giving it, that list of notes, just giving a color, not taking over, is A lot of florals, some potpourri kinds of stuff, and a little bit of juniper again. It's balanced. It's got pretty darn good mouth presence. Better than so. We're just getting better as we go along in terms of mouth presence. Fabulous. I am sold on Dutch rye. Great job, y'all. Let's give this some water and I'll come back to it. I'm guessing 2.5 squirts. Half a squirt more. All right. And let's move on to whatever the heck this thing is. Unan from Naguelann Distillery in Brittany in northwest France, which is the Gaelic section of France. This is 100% buckwheat. It is aged in bourbon and sherry quarter casks. Bottled, I'm not sure exactly when, but it is 62% alcohol is what it is. So let's try this. I have never, ever, ever tasted a buckwheat whiskey in my life. Buckwheat is much beloved here at home. It is our preferred grain or quasi-grain for making meatloaf, which our kids love for some reason. Don't ask me. Okay, let's see what we got on the nose. Oh. I mean, I was expecting something. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting something weird. And this doesn't smell weird. It just smells like a very pretty malt whiskey. I'm certainly getting some chocolate orange elements on this. Some figs, some florals. Just throw some wildflowers around, maybe a rose or two in there. Some vanilla, certainly. Cherry. Let's see, it gets brighter as I keep swirling. Actually, there's some apricot coming out now. There is a graininess to this, but it's very, very subtle. It's what is that? It's like it's not oatmeal. It's not cereal. It's almost like a seedy quality, like a I don't know. You bust out a plate of fruit, but then you put a few like sunflower seeds on top. It's a little bit like that, more so than traditional graininess. Oh yeah, getting very pretty now. Peach. We're getting into like almost white winey territory now. There's a little bit of like a Riesling element to this. Leaning, green apple mixed with some like lemon peel, mixed with some pineapple. There is some black pepper. A little bit of barrel char coming through as well. A little bit of woodiness. I mean, yeah, it's. You could hand this to a malt drinker and they would not know something was up. let me put it that way. It's just very fruity. I mean, like it's maybe the excessive fruitiness would give it away. This is something special. You might guess grappa or something before you guess buckwheat, but okay. A little bit of like a green tobacco kind of thing floating around in there. A little bit of Carolina bright leaf. Let's go on the palate. Sorry. Clearly, I need to be drinking more buckwheat whiskey. Holy crap. That's fabulous. I don't know if you can still buy this, but if this is reasonably priced, and I have not checked, go find this. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so intensely fruity. Big old fruit explosion in the front of your palate. This has got a lot. Okay, so Riesling stuff. Pineapple, green apple, lemon peel, bright orange peel kinds of stuff. Apricot, peach, florals. But it also has like a funky green tobacco, like a slightly bitter tobacco thing going on there, like a Carolina bright leaf, maybe a little bit of Orientals in there as well. Oh man, it's not traditionally grainy. It doesn't come across like a whiskey in that sense. It comes across, more like you threw some like you started with a grappa or something. Grappa is the closest I can think of. Some of the really good grappas, like the Merolos, you took your grape pomace and you just threw some sunflower seeds and some trail mix stuff in there. This is awesome. But then you got the cask notes coming out of this too. Lots more vanilla on the palate than there is on the nose. Super duper yummy and desserty. Creme brulee, but then you got some sherry. There's a little bit of like a touch of a beef bouillon cube in there, like half a beef bouillon cube, just a little bit. Swisher sweets, a little bit of dried fruit, some fig, some dried cherry. This is phenomenal. I don't know if we're hitting 90 with this, but god damn. I don't know how. Let me tell you something. There's not a lot of instances in this channel where I've tasted out of spirit and thought, if there's like the malt whiskey crowd over here and like the grappa eau de vie crowd over here, there are very few instances where I can go, come on in everyone, you're all going to like this. But this is one of those instances. It's got a balance of flavors that can absolutely appeal to the malt whiskey crowd, as long as they're not looking for peat or anything like that. But it's also got an intense, crazy fruitiness and a slight herbaceous character, and like a seedy character and a tobacco-y character that I feel can also make the grappa eau de vie crowd happy. I need to try more of these. Hot damn. Okay. I've been missing out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Authentic Spirit folks, for sending me this damn thing. I might not have tried this stuff. God damn. Okay, let's go back through these. The Coastal Stone is clearly in the death seat here, but I want to see what this did. I'm going to try to give it a fair score, even after trying the Ed Unan. Maybe it's just really not in the same league, but you know what? It's a nice blended whiskey, is what this is. This Coastal Stone, Xterra, whatever, it double grain. It's a nice blended whiskey. Changes from before? Not really. It's floral. It's fruity, candy fruity. It's It's got a lot of cereals, mix of cereals. That's kind of it. And that's fine. On the palate. It does not like the water. Okay, so bear that in mind. I don't hate this. This is... Let me try this again before I score it. I really don't hate this. I just... Why is there a craft distillery making this? Honestly, you're a new distillery. You're not that big. You're calling yourself Manly Spirits because you want to be like individual and express some terroir and stuff. It just tastes like a blended whiskey. Yeah, it's better neat, which is not the hugest surprise in the world, I guess. It's nice. Again, pour this for me when I'm visiting your house. I will be just peachy fine with it, but not something I would ever, seek out were it not for my getting a random bottle of this. I would score this 79 minus out of 100. It's not really bad. It's not shit, but it sucks, if that makes sense. 79 minus, I think is a good score. 79 minus, and that's that. Let's move on. Back to the Adnams here. This was the grape soda one, right? Okay, so on the nose, we are still heavy on the grape soda, but the fermenting bread thing that I was getting more on the palate before, now that it started to creep into the nose. Grape soda, fermenting bread, some lavender, some other flowers. Nice. It does remind me of a lot of those kind of Midwest early generation craft distillers, though. So bear that in mind. On the palate. I feel like the water kind of improved the mouth presence a little bit. Feels a little bit spicier. Has a little bit more texture to it now, but it also deadened the complexity a little bit. Feels a little bit simpler now, weirdly. Same set of characteristics though. Fermented bread, some nice flowers, a little grape soda, pepper, a little bit of a tea thing. Fine, nice, but it's nothing about, it's not super duper exciting me. Can I find an 84 on this? No, it's just, even with water, I feel like the mouth presence isn't there. It's just not, if this was getting a little bit into my tonsils, a little bit into my lungs, I could give it a higher score. But right now, I'm just going to call it an 83. 83 points. It's good. It feels like it could be better. But it's good. Moving on to the heavyweights. Millstone. Founder's Reserve, 10-year-old cask strength Dutch rye. I mean, this really does, like, the second I stick my nose in the glass, it does remind me of my family trips to Lithuania and Walking to the markets there and finding the thickest, darkest loaf of bread I can possibly buy for like a couple of euros. Yeah, this is what it smells like when you split that stuff in half. And I love it. If anything, it's gotten a little bit more floral, a little bit more potpourri driven with water. The juniper is still subtle on this, but it's in there. Yeah, very pretty. On the palate. Yeah, if you are a Yank, an American, like myself, and you like rye whiskeys, you will like this. Period. It's intensely grainy. It's very fruity and delicious. It's also very floral. It's got the grainy rye weirdness that, honestly, if you like rye, you should like that. If you don't, what is wrong with you? It's not It's not completely dominating my mouth. It doesn't have the world's best mouth presence by any means, but again, we're kind of stepping up as we go along. What's weird about this is it's very clearly just a hardcore, old-fashioned rye whiskey that is very happy about being as weird as it wants to be. But for all that, it's actually very yummy. It's actually very crushable. And I think that needs to be given some credit. In terms of absolute score, I can't go into the stratosphere with this. 86 or 87. I'll give this an 87. You know what? Damn it. It's an 87 pointer. 87 points for this Millstone. But you know what? Actually, 87 heart emoji because I like it. I think it's really yummy. Above and beyond the quality kind of the score I have to give it. All right. And this stuff again. The Unan. This is the surprise of the flight for me, by miles. I don't know what I was expecting from this. I don't think I was expecting what I'm getting. Oh God! Yeah, the combination of bright, citrusy, edgy fruit, like almost grappa-like fruit, apricots, it's like sour apricots, lemon peel. With like this the sunset flower seedy element. Oh, it's so good. But then you got the traditional like sherry casky vanilla notes. It's terrific. It's terrific nose on the palate. It's one of those instances that I wish for you watching this that I could just invite you through the screen to make you take a swig out of this bottle because it's just a great whiskey, but it's a whiskey that is cross category. Like again, like. There's going to be lots of Merlot, Grappa, Mar fans that are also going to enjoy this. As much as the fruit maniacs from in Scotch who are who really love their their Balblayers, their Kleinlishes, who are also going to enjoy this. Yeah, it's just changes from where it was before. Not really. No, the finish is better. The finish is sticking around longer. All right, I'll have to give it a plus then. I will call this an 88 plus. In fact, it's so good it's made me question the 87 on the Millstone. No, I will let it stand. 87 for Millstone, 88 plus for this. Absolute monster. Go seek this out. I mean, you can prank people with this in a blind. Just bring it to a whiskey tasting in a paper bag and just watch people's reactions. It will be fun. All right, that is the video. So yeah, I think the score just goes up vertically with strength. The Manly Coastal Stone, whatever this is, gets 79 minus. It's fine. It's really fine. I don't think I'll be hanging on to this one too long. 83 points for the Adnams Rye Malt thing. The Millstone 10 Founder's Reserve. 87 Heart. Just kind of yummy, despite clearly being a hardcore rye. And then, like this, you need to try this, or something like this. The Naguelann Unan Whisky Breton, 100% buckwheat. And that is the video. Thanks for watching and cheers.